All right, we're back live with an end of day PulseWave report. This is preparation for Take Back Friday. All right, this is going to be really quick. All right, really quick. Just want to show you what you are dealing with going into Take Back Friday. Especially important for cryptos because Friday for cryptos starts at 6 p.m. tonight, which is it already has passed, and runs until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time on Sunday. All right, long Friday, right? Okay, so taking a look here at Bitcoin, you can see this Bitcoin futures is starting to get up toward, this big resistance zone here around that 47,000 mark. And it is what it is, okay? I do believe that we probably won't get back up into the higher end of this trading range established on September the 7th, which would put you at the resistance range between 50 to 55,000. I think the market is going to fail around the 46 to 47,000 level if it even gets that high. But right now the bulls have it. Try to lock in as much gain as possible. Pop your way through this one. All right. I don't think this is one of those that you just put the position on hold and walk away for a few days. Nah, because you're trading against the wind. All right. You're in a corrective zone, a corrective phase. You're bearish on the daily chart. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart, and you can see that already it's looking like we're putting in a bearish pointer on these futures, which would suggest a crash alert sell signal going into next week, but the potential for limited downside to around the 35,000 zone. All right, that's a possibility. That's about 10,000 points where we are now, right? So just something to think about as we go into the weekend. All right. I know the equities, moved and did their thing today. Actually, technically over the last 2 days since the Fed on Wednesday. Here's what the Dow looks like on the daily chart. It managed to get right back up to the overhead trend line resistance before backing off a little bit. If you're along this market, you also want to lock in your gains as much as possible. It's showing flip-floppage here. All right. It's saying that it did enough to open the door for more upside potential going into next week. But this one is not so clear cut and dry on the daily chart. Here's the reason. Oh, you can't see my charts. My bad. My bad. Thanks for straightening me out. All right, so the thing that makes this the Dow futures here issue is that, yeah, you made it up to the overhead trend line resistance. Yeah, you came out of the corrective zone. You now flip-flop, right? You're opening the door potential for rallying in the next week. But here's the problem. It's not a cut and dry chart. The reason why it's not is because you're inside of the Kumo cloud, folks, on the algo chart. You're inside of the Kumo cloud. It's a rather wide cloud that is approximately just about the length of today's trading range. All right, that is where you are. All right, the high and low of today's bar pretty much coincides with the high and low of the Kumo cloud. So you have a rather wide little cloud here. All right, going into next week. You can't trust the price action inside of the cloud. This is just one of those situations. All right. So I just wanted to point this out in the stock market. Since the Dow has been the most aggressive and moving, this is what you need to watch going into next week. On the weekly chart with this Dow, the bears, you can see clearly the bears are still in control, and you're still in a corrective phase on the weekly. All right, just something to think about. And so far in this weekly chart, you've made a bearish pointer. So at some point, even if you get another pop into next week, you still got this bearish pointer to reconcile. So I just want to point that out to you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. This is very, very, very important stuff going into next week. And I just wanted to point that out. This is just a quick video. Here, once again, here's the Bitcoin, so you couldn't see it. On the weekly chart, you can see it flip-flop, right? And so far, you have a bearish pointer with a crash alert sell signal going into next week, with the potential limited downside to about 35,000, which is where the trend line support is. All right. So this has the potential to drop between 35 to 30,000 ish, which is your support zone. Okay, the distance between the trend line support and the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So that's how far down you can go before you should get some kind of a bounce if that's going to happen. And that's just on the weekly side of things. On the daily side of things, on the daily chart, you have the potential to go up to around 47,000 before I think the selling bots will kick in and start to crush the market. All right, Max, I'll hook you up. We can do GME real quick, and then I got to run. All right, here is your GameStop. Here's how it's been looking. And first, we're going to start off with the daily chart. As you can see, this market is trading inside of the bar, this crazy bar from January the 28th. So technically speaking, the stock has not moved since January the 28th. All things being equal, on this daily chart, you're trading inside of that bar. You're not trending. You're moving sideways and have been since January. On the weekly chart, I'll pull that up for you. You can get a better perspective of it. All right, this right here is the initial super zone. This right here is the secondary zone. So this bar qualifies and quantifies this bar. So this is an established strong trading range that price action is going to stay in. This is a bullish pointer. All right. So was this one. This one was tested and failed by this one, which is another bullish pointer. Market's moving sideways, but you're really staying inside of this bar here. All right, this bar is your major zone from February the 5th, the week of February the 5th. There you go. You can see how the zone expanded, contrasted, stretched itself out, doing things like that. All right. You can see how it moves. You see what I'm saying? All right, so this bar you can ignore. And technically, you can even ignore this bar because this is a rare occurrence. All right. This is the real bullish pointer on this screen. This right here is your established trading range. So you got the week of February the 5th. And that's what price action has stayed in on GameStop all year. We have not moved outside. All right. And I suspect that we're gonna end the year inside of this trading zone right here from the week of February the 5th. All right. So you guys, you got your marching orders, man. If you go to pulsewavetrading.com, pull up your dashboard, you'll see that the reports are out for tonight and tomorrow. All you have to do is place your orders and do what you got to do. All right, remember, folks, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out. Peace. Smash that like button. Oh, and have a